Hey tribe, welcome back. Welcome back to another wacky Sunday coffee talk, baby. I actually look awake today. I've been up for a couple hours. Got up super early. But anyway, today's going to be a great Sunday coffee talk. We're going to talk about when we talk about success in manifesting, when it comes down to this one flipping thing, okay? What is this one trait, if I can get it out of my mouth, okay? Remember, this is a one-take wonder, baby. I don't take out mistakes on Sunday Coffee Talk. So when we're dealing with manifesting, again, when it comes down to one flipping thing, what should you be doing? What is one thing that flipping work? And it's not what you really want to hear, okay? Now remember, on Sunday Coffee Talks, we have the Super Thanks Spotlight. The Super Thanks Spotlight is where you leave a Super Thanks below, attach a question to it, and that's what we discuss on every single Sunday. By the way, my friends, this is glass number 2. Coffee number 2, not coffee number 1. Coffee number 2. That's why I look so awake. I'm wired. I'm ready. I'm ready for today. I'm ready for this conversation, baby. Okay, I'm making my second one's almost done. I can hear it. So let me get this going here, and we will get this coffee talk ready to rock and roll. And I was actually thinking about this yesterday, and I wasn't really thinking about yesterday when I was thinking about it. I was really thinking about it like in a success entrepreneurship type of example, okay? But you can relate, this is 100% related to manifesting. You want your dream house, your dream car. You want to live your dream life. You want to live life on your terms. So, but yesterday, let me tell you the story of Chad, okay, for a second. Hang with me for a second, okay? So I get to the climax of the coffee talk. Yesterday, and this is going to relate to you also, if you are an entrepreneur or you want to be an entrepreneur or you have a business, okay? Like I started thinking, ooh, that's hot. Yesterday I was talking to, you like that? You see the tip of my head? Let me be funny. I did the whole video like this. That's why I said I'm in a wacky mood today. There was one, I can't remember if I did it on a coffee talk or I did it in the tribe. I can't remember. I didn't do it on purpose, but I had the camera sitting right here, kind of like in this angle, something like this. But I was over here doing something, but I forgot this was here. So I'm literally like standing like here, having like a 10-minute conversation. And I didn't realize it until I edited the video. Oh, the life of Chad. My life of Chad. Okay. What was I thinking about yesterday? So yesterday, I actually called one of my friends I haven't talked to for a while. We kept up on Facebook, and we worked in entertainment together when I lived in California. And he's getting ready to actually move to Thailand. So he's pretty excited. He's pretty stoked. But anyway, our conversation, it kind of, we started talking about YouTube, okay? And, I won't tell you a whole conversation and stuff like that. But anyway, we started talking about YouTube. He's starting to do YouTube and stuff like that. But after we got off the phone, because my phone died, that's how that conversation ended. So, but my brain was just like, I still was thinking about YouTube. Basically what makes YouTube work, how to, make your videos popular, stuff like that, go viral and all that jazz. And I started thinking about, I want you to listen to this now. This is getting to the important topic of this Sunday coffee talk. Is I follow Alex Hormozi, okay? Now, I watch a lot of his stuff, but I'm not like obsessed over him or anything. I've been in the game for a long time too. But But Alex, like this year, like in 2026, he started to do a lot more lives and live streams. And he started where like people could, call in and ask him questions on the live stream. So of course, he's 100% entrepreneur. Like he's not so much success. Like he's success, not be successful, but it's more like, how to grow your business, what to do and stuff like that. And I started watching a lot of these where people would call in and ask him questions about entrepreneurship, mainly about how to grow my company. Okay. And ironically, a lot of questions are really around growing your YouTube channel, growing your offer, being an influencer. No matter what it is, it relates. But one core thing I noticed, and this is, pay attention. Okay. I know I said this before. I'm trying to make these a little bit more entertaining for you guys rather than me sitting here half asleep. But one thing I noticed when people call in and talk to Alex, like they're really expecting a secret. You know what I mean? They're really expecting, Alex, just tell me the secret of success. That's what they're expecting. They're expecting, Alex, just tell me one thing that's going to make my YouTube channel go viral. You understand, like, okay, roll back. I'm sorry about that. I'm in Thailand in a Thai village, so they were driving by blasting music. I just can't have music, in the videos, of course, for copyright issues. But anyway, let's get to this. But anyway, people's kind of whole mind frame is like, when they call in and talk to Alex, like, tell me a secret. Tell me one thing that will explode my company. Like Alex knows. I'm not saying Alex don't know, but we have to understand, like Alex makes millions of dollars. Okay. So when you don't even make $100,000, then you're talking to someone that's a multi-millionaire. It's not that it's hard to give you advice, but but you're not at the same level that I am. You're not at the same level as Alex is. So he can't give you advice because part of it is you just can't financially afford to do what he would tell you to do. Okay. But I was kind of really surprised about Alex's responses. Okay, I'm going to tell you his flipping response as we stand up and take a little walk with Chad. And this is what Alex would say. Almost in most cases is you have to hang in there, baby. You got to persist and consist. No, they're asking him they're expecting some like guru answer. Like, tell me this great big secret to exploit my YouTube channel. Tell me this great big secret to be a top influencer. Tell me this great big secret to have my landing page, my product just go to the moon. And even with him and Layla, like their responses are just like, you got to just hang in there. You got to hang in there. If this is something you really want to do, you got to hang in there. You got to persist and consist. If you follow Alex, that's his whole message is you got to hang in there long enough until you fucking win. You understand? You don't quit. If it takes you a year to win, you hang in there a year and you win. If it takes you 3 years to win, well, you hang in there for 3 years and win. I mean, being consistent and persistent, you will always win. That's his whole message. Even with all his social posts and stuff like that, he always says, like, if you're consistent, you will always beat people that's inconsistent, and most people are inconsistent. And sometimes you can, when he says that to people, sometimes you can really hear that, like in the tone of their voice, like sometimes they start debating with him a little bit. That's what you get when you give people free advice. That's what you get. You get people debate with you because they're not paying for your time. But you can just tell their voice demeanor that that's not what they want to hear. You know what I mean? No, I'm calling you. Like I'm, tell me something. Then he just says, you got to hang in there. You got to persist, baby. Don't give up. Don't give up when the going gets tough, Because like with Alex, and we'll get to the point here, we're switching over to manifesting, is, dude, he hung in there. You know, guess what? In the beginning of his career, when he was making $1 million, he was making $1 million a year, but in his company, the company was making $1 million. He was profiting zero, so he was broke. Even though his company was making $1 million, he was dead broke. Okay, he lost that company. Okay, now if he lost that company, and if he was on YouTube, nobody would flip and follow him or even listen to him. You know what I mean? But he hung in there. He didn't stop. He didn't quit. So he knows what he's talking about being consistent, persistent. You understand? So let's talk about manifesting here for a second. It's the same thing with manifesting, my friends. Okay? Even Neville Goddard, I don't really want to quote Neville Goddard all the time, but I do love what he's saying. I do love when he says this, but this is actually an actual quote from him in his live lectures, is, if you persist, you will always win. If you persist in your assumption, you will always get what you want. What's your assumption is what you want, what your dream life, what you want to do. If you persist in it, you will always win. But if you give up, that's the only way you lose. The only way like manifesting don't work for you is because you believe it doesn't work for you and you quit. Okay? So that's why Neville Goddard said, if we talk about the law of assumption, is that in his whole career, he's never seen law of assumption not work. And listen to this, guys. And he worked with a lot of people. In his whole career, he's never seen people not attract what they want. He's never seen it. Because he said, the only way you don't get what you want is if you stop, you quit, you don't believe. But if you persist in your assumption, he said, if you persist in your assumption, 100%, you're going to get everything you want in life. Why is that? It's because when you persist in it, listen guys, when you persist in it and you're consistent with it, one day you flip and wake up and you totally believe what you've been telling yourself. You totally believe that abundance is mine, abundance is my birthright, source is within me, God is within me. You totally believe this because you've been telling yourself this for 2 years. You understand? Okay? No matter what you're doing, you totally believe it. You totally believe that you can have the life that you want. And once you totally believe it, boom, things start coming into your life. But it all starts with you being persistent with it. You not giving up, baby. That's what you got to hear. There is no, listen guys, there is no, as I take a sip of my coffee, there is no secret manifesting technique. There is no 24-hour manifesting. There is no, oh, there's a blood moon. Oh, we got to pray to the blood moon. There is no secret portal that makes you manifest faster. I mean, I'm on social media too. I see all that. I mean, just recently, I see all that stuff that floats on social media. Oh, there's a secret portal. March 21st or whatever day it was. Okay, manifest faster through the secret portal. You know what I mean? Like you have to understand, most of the time people do these videos because this is popular. Even if they are, you want to walk over here? Even if they have big channels, stuff like that, sometimes they're not giving you the best advice because they're too busy trying to make their videos popular. But the Chad, don't do that, baby. Okay? I want to get you results. I want to tell you straight up what works. Okay? And again, since we're talking about the law of assumption, and it's not even the law of assumption, whatever you assume to be true for you, you have to experience. Okay, so again, if you believe there's a secret portal in the sky that's going to speed up your manifesting, and you totally believe it, well, it's going to work for you, because that's what you totally believe. You understand? But anyway, tribe, YouTube fam, let's keep this coffee talk a little bit short today. Everybody's waking up. The dogs are running around. Aang woke up. It's getting a little bit loud a little bit. I don't know. We're going to see. I can kind of hear music far in the background. But remember, I love you guys. Comment below. Tell me how it's going if you need help with this stuff and stuff like that. Also remember, Sunday Coffee Talks, we have the Super Thanks Spotlight. So you leave a Super Thanks below, attach a question to it, and that's what we talk about every single Sunday. But anyway, tribe, YouTube fam, persist. It really, it's really just, don't give up. Hang in there. Even if what happens is we pay attention to our five senses too much. Okay, we constantly like looking around for the how. Okay, stop looking for the how. Just believe in what you want. Believe it's going to come to you. Follow your intuition. Okay, follow your gut feelings, and don't care about the how. The reason why you think it's not working is because you're paying attention to the how too much. You're paying attention to how it's going to come to you. Okay, you got to stop that shit. Okay, but anyway, tribe, peace out. Remember, I love you. And I'll talk to you later.